I'm Christina, and I'm a junior high pastor, and I'm a part of a local network where I live.
And I'm Willie, and I'm the high school pastor at my church. I help lead a ministry network in our area. And we'd like to talk to you about sharing resources in your ministry network. It's one of the 4 priorities for building a movement in your community that reaches and equips youth for ministry.
But how do you find enough workers for the harvest where you live? I mean, there's so many teenagers. There never seems to be enough church and parachurch youth staff to do the job.
Well, here's a thought. Maybe God has already called other youth workers, and we need to adjust our ministry thinking to include them in the strategies we have to do ministry in our communities. Think of how many people in your church are already connected to youth. How can you mobilize them for youth ministry? What about Christian teachers, coaches, probation officers, grandparents and community leaders?
Or praying moms, business people with a burden to reach the youth, a burden that God has already given them. Maybe God has gone before you and given you a much larger circle of influential people, harvest hands, that you even thought of.
As you consider all those in your community that might share your vision, how could you give them a voice in your network? They can help you expand your influence and better minister to the teenagers they're connected with.
And there may be other resources in your community to help you seek to help teenagers grow from Christ followers to disciple makers. Money, facilities, paid and volunteer workers. Remember, God has given you resources to various people, churches, and ministries. God's mission is completed as we learn to identify and share our resources.
Let me tell you about Terry. Terry's family owns a taco shop in our area, and she was burdened for many of the local teens who would hang out around her restaurant. She befriended them, but needed help in getting them connected to a church, so she built relationships with local church leaders, youth pastors, and such. And together, they put on a Cinco de Mayo event for the youth. They even had police officers working the grills. Now, some of those youth are not only connected to local churches, but they're reaching out to their friends at the taco shop.
And as always, if you need help at any time, contact us and we'll do our best to guide you. We have coaches who are dedicated to help you in any way they can. Thanks for joining us.